So there's this new Superman movie out. I loved it, and it was crazy to me because I always thought that the character was like this super boring, like brooding guy. You know, I wonder where I would have gotten that impression from.
I wanted it to be dead already.
When I'm thinking, though, of the two Supermen, something that crossed my mind, both James and Zach are both asking a similar question. What would Superman do in the real world? Now, Zach's version of that is the real world is awful, so if Superman's in it, he would be awful and he would suck and everything would be, you know, he would snap next to. He'd have to be on that level, right? James' version of that is Superman would look at our world and he'd say, this isn't right, there's got to be a better way of doing things. Unfortunately, it's honestly brave of especially like a high-budget movie to be saying that about our real world. By the end of it, you're left feeling like it genuinely did stand for something a bit more, like the movie. And not just politically, but just its message and just trying to inspire people to do better so that we can all be Superman, right? And it's in those ways that I found the movie itself to almost be Superman. I feel like it is that cheesy smile that you can see David doing. It doesn't mind if you laugh at it a little bit. Superman's not an aura farmer. That's Batman's job, right? I was also left with another thought, though, by the end of this, and that was, of course, everybody's going to be comparing this to Fantastic Four. That hasn't come out yet as of recording this. I don't know if it's going to fill me with as much joy as this one did. I have a hard time imagining after seeing this how it could like stand on that level, stand for anything at all, because I saw Captain America Brave New World.
My suit! Please! My suit!
I think my purpose in this conversation is going to be to recenter the comparison, not between Fantastic Four and Superman, but between Captain America and Superman. They're both meant to represent, like, us, or the little guys, right? And one of them does, and one of them doesn't. Captain America Brave New World, separately, is a movie that I had been having so much thoughts about and wanted to make videos on, just like how this movie almost inspired me, but just for completely the opposite reason. I had so much to say about how that movie is just a complete movie of circumstance. It's such a perfect embodiment of where that universe is at, from the random celestial island just being in there because it has to be, to the connections to the Hulk from 15 years ago just because they have to be. When describing to my friends and stuff, like, how defeatist the message is, I literally would say, like, dude, this is a movie where Captain America says, I'm just happy to have a seat at the table, as in, like, the government. So I figured that I should actually go back and, like, fact-check that. So what you're about to watch here is me going through Captain America Brave New World. We're going to do a little live reacting to the messaging, and then we'll wrap up at the end. So I've already made the effort here of going through and collecting some of the clips from the movie. It's pretty much everything to do with Isaiah Bradley. And for those who don't know Isaiah, he's basically one of the original Captain America test subjects. He gets horrifically experimented on and basically gaslighted about it, thrown in prison by the government, you know.
That's Isaiah Bradley, the Isaiah Bradley. You brought me to the Forgotten Cap. Why didn't you say something? It is a pleasure to meet you. Your missions in Korea are legendary. And after that, no action? I mean, a lot's changed in the world. We could have used another super soldier.
The United States government threw me in prison for 30 years. They experimented on me for decades.
Makes sense. That sucks.
So yeah, that's the Falcon, by the way, the new Falcon. In terms of screen time, he's basically this movie's Mr. Terrific, so get used to him.
Oh, you still got the
No, I don't.
plastic on.
Maybe I wanted it on there.
Oh, you want me to make the text bigger so you could read it?
And that is, of course, the humor in this movie, for those who haven't seen it. But during the scene, you know, Sam gets a call from the president, so he goes to take that. Isaiah gives him kind of a side-eye, and we're going to pick up with Sam going to see what is wrong.
It just doesn't sit right with me. Captain America, answering to the president.
President of the country who stole your life?
It's not just that. We're talking about Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Look, I know Isaiah firsthand. Remember, Ross threw me in the raft. hounded me, Steve, and Natasha for years.
So why are you working for him? As long as you do, Captain America stands for people like him. You've got no business working for the government.
Like, holy shit, like, I honestly cannot believe that they let Isaiah be so correct here, and then they let Sam's rebuttal be...
You see what's going on out there? The country is lost. Now, standing next to the president, even if it's Ross, it gives people hope.
Look, trust me, my eyes are wide open on this, okay? I know Ross will never change, but he is the president.
You know who says that? He's the president. But yeah, that's basically all it takes to convince Isaiah to at least tag along.
Come on, you gonna come or what?
Like this, we gonna get it done.
Isaiah, this is what I'm talking about. Now you're going to the White House. Look at that.
Literal instant transition to, you're on the right side of history now, you in the backseat of the Lamborghini. You're in the limousine.
I told you I was gonna get you out of those sweats.
We in the White House.
Which is why we gotta celebrate. I don't care if it is Ross in charge. We are guests of honor at the White House, man. When does that ever happen?
And they sent us a limo, man. What?
Bro, if this was in the DCU, there would be people protesting Baravia, and then fucking Sam Wilson and all the other, like, they'd all get out the limo and they'd be just like at the DNC, they'd be having their hands to their ears going, la 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 la, I can't hear you.
Thank you. Work with me, Sam. We'll show the world a better way forward.
Work with the government, work with the government, work with the government. You know who else figured it out together with the government? Lex Luthor. You know who works with the government in this movie? It's Captain America. You know which movie has World War III?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Hey, shout out to RLM. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to put it in double speed again. But yeah, so Isaiah gets activated like a sleeper cell, and he shoots at the president. And then he runs away, but you'll see here, he regains consciousness. I cut in a little bit. And he's like, clearly, like, doesn't know what's going on.
I can't go back inside, Sam.
Run, and it'll be worse than that.
Run, and it will be worse than that. I think that sums up...
My suit! What's my suit?
Look at it! Literally, he says nothing as they push him to the ground. Like... That line he just said, though, he's like, run and it'll be worse. Isaiah, stop. I'm a superhero, and you're in trouble right here, but it's the government, it's the president. And you just need to stop, and it'll be okay. And if you are the superhero, dude. You should be the one that, even just to tell them, like, stop, like, even just tell them, stop. He was mind controlled. This was wrong. We live in a world with aliens. Surely mind control isn't crazy. I know Isaiah Bradley. They took advantage of him. Please trust me, I'm Captain America. Alright, so yeah, then we cut. I think he's instantly in jail. Yeah, like, oh, Sam's mad about it, but he doesn't, like, do anything. That's his, that's his Israeli super spy. I love how in Superman, it's like a major revelation that Lex Luthor was working with the Baravian government. It's like, oh my god, Lex Luthor is a traitor. That's the headline. Traitor, he's taking billions from another country. How the fuck is that the case when I have to go on Twitter and every time I see something crazy a politician says, I go to the replies in this APAC tracker and they have like 1 billion from Israel? Even this movie, literally, we have Israeli super soldier spy is the president's #1, and it's kind of brought up. It's kind of not. It's kind of it's like Schrodinger's Israeli super soldier. Okay, so then they literally put him on the death penalty.
Alert! The Justice Department has signaled a death penalty case will be pursued against Isaiah Bradley.
Just 5 minutes, Cap. I can be court-martialed for this. I'll Virginia bail. Yes, sir.
Quick side rant. I've always wanted to rant about this real quick. I hate
the background music in these Marvel movies when they're like walking around in hallways, and I always say it's the walking around in hallways movies, and this is like the perfect example. Da, 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 bum, ba-da, ba, ba-da, bum, ba-da, ba. So boring, nothing. Anytime that comes on, it's telling your brain, you could go to the bathroom, you don't have to pay attention. What? What the fuck? What? I went to the bathroom, I came back, and this shit's happening.
The Falcon awakens.
Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me, we're just skipping to the end. This is the scene with the actual seat at the table stuff.
You're always on point. Because if I'm not on point, I feel like I let down everyone else who's fighting for a seat at that table.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're just not beating this speech from literally earlier in the movie from Isaiah. And that's the last scene in the movie. Like, I understand, like, the tokenization that minorities can have to go through and everything and how that can weigh on you. But Disney is cynically using that to say that, you know, Isaiah's wrong and we should just work with the government. And wait a minute. So by complete coincidence, while I was editing this, I just happened to watch Civil War again for the first time since the theater. And oh my god, Captain America, the other one, literally is working here to help Bucky against the government and against, like, police. And would you look at who that is in the background, Sam is literally helping him out. So what happened? Honestly, I don't really know what happened, and you know, I want to leave this open to you guys, and maybe this could be something I explore in the future. I mean, there's just so much to go into with the Sokovia Accords if we wanted to. Where was this energy for Isaiah?
In conclusion, Superman isn't a perfect movie. I have a lot of problems with, like, the CGI. I got some nitpicks with the plot, some characters that didn't really mesh with me that well. But at the end of the day, I just feel like it would be such a disservice and almost dishonest to be like, oh, that equates to, like, -2 stars or whatever. Like, no, this gave so much joy, and it stood for something. Like, it wasn't even both sides bad. Like, seriously, it wasn't even both sides bad. Usually if you see the Middle East in a superhero movie, it means the heroes are contracted to go kill people. Like, come on, like, this never happens. And so, yeah, in conclusion, if this Captain America was in the Superman movie, he would be following orders from the, like, Department of Defense guy or whoever it was. And yeah, that guy would have been like,
Captain America, our allies in Moravia are telling us that there is a super terrorist breaking international law.
Captain America would fly down, and literally, even when he is face-to-face presented with his actions of the status quo leading to, like, someone, like, on the floor in pain, what's he gonna do? Yeah, he's gonna probably tell them, like, Moravia will peacefully have you if you let them. They're gonna take you in. It doesn't have to be complicated. Don't run or it'll be harder, right? Like, this is why, like, politics and stuff in movies actually is important and stuff, is because literally this Superman movie could not be made by Disney. They are the status quo, and they are the government.